of these oversleeves is the best oversleeve, including this brand new fourth option. So before we get started, really quickly, here is a Vanguard card, and here is a sleeve, also known as an inner sleeve as well. You take one of these, you open up the sleeve a little bit, and boom, you have a sleeved Vanguard card. And this is basically the basic requirement you need to, for the most part, be able to play the game, since you have to sleeve your cards, and it also helps you protect your card. However, you can go the extra mile and put one of these on, which is an outer sleeve, which is what we'll be going over today. This one specifically that I'm using for my go is the Dragon Shield Japanese size here, specifically the matte clear one, right? So these are typically relatively cheap. I think these are the cheapest outer sleeves that you can buy, and it comes with the caveat that they sometimes aren't the best quality either. But if you just really need an outer sleeve, you can use these. So these come here, this comes with 60 of them, so you get an extra 10. If you buy a bunch of them, eventually you can use one to build an extra deck. So the way that this works is that you have one side here that's actually clear, so you can see through it, and you have another side here that's matted, so it has like a sort of pattern on it. It also has a texture. The purpose of the texture also helps you be able to shuffle better and keep your cards in place, right? Since it's not just flat, it has some sort of resistance and some sort of, friction, so your cards don't slide off, but it also is supposed to make you be able to shuffle easier. These are the Dragon Shield ones, and they're okay. They feel alright, especially when it comes to like shuffling. They have a pretty good feel. One of the things that I don't like about the Dragon Shield that some people like is that they're slightly bigger for these Japanese size of cards, so this applies to Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard. So what happens is you get this little lip here, right? So your cards just extend, or the outer sleeve extends, however it is, out a bit, right? Also, please note that the appropriate way to put in your sleeves is you take the outer sleeve upside down and put it into the card. Some people do it the other way. That is silly, and only serial killers do that, because this way the card is completely protected. Can't get access to the card from here and can't get access to the card from here thanks to the inner sleeve, right? So the card is completely sealed in, and it makes it so it doesn't move as much. Of course, it will still move within the sleeve, but that's just the nature of the business. So I don't really like this sleeve too much because of this lip here. Sometimes stuff gets in here and I have to clean it out, and I just don't like in general the fact that I can press onto the sleeve, right, and it has some give there. I don't like that. The other reason I don't like these sleeves is that sometimes the quality isn't the best. So you'll buy, even within the same pack of sleeves, some of them will just not be cut the same. Let's see if we can see that here, because I have here my MyGo deck that I don't actually play at all, and I kind of just have I took off one of the sleeves for the ride deck here. There we go. And we'll put the ride deck aside for now, and we'll take the main deck here. And typically what happens is you'll see a couple of inconsistencies, right? So this pack here ended up being pretty solid, right? Doesn't seem like to have many inconsistencies. They look really uniform aside from this one here that's clipped up a little bit. The problem is that oftentimes this happens a lot, this sort of inconsistency, and also inconsistent with the height of the cards, which can end up getting you disqualified from regional tournaments because it might look like your sleeves are marked. I feel like there was a good period where Dragon Sleeve shields quality-wise were not good, but I feel like lately they've actually improved a tiny bit, but it might just be because I'm not buying them as much and I'm just getting lucky. But even here you might be able to see some of the cards not be super lined up, but I'm also holding it in my hand, right? So just keep that in mind. I think these are really good sleeves to get. The Dragon Shield here, these are solid sleeves to get if you're just playing casually, if you just want to sleeve up a deck to protect it, they're totally great for that. If you're going for official competition, I would probably steer clear of these if you can. Otherwise, if you use these for official competition, I would bring extras. So bring an extra unopened box of these in case you need to swap them out in case you failed deck check or something like that, right? So just keep that in mind. Other than that, they shuffle pretty well. They don't move as much, right? So you don't have that thing where the cards just kind of like slip off. All of a sudden they actually stay in place, right? So I can very easily do like a cut, cards don't fall off, right? Cut, and cards don't fall off. Cut, and cards don't start just falling off, right? So they have pretty good friction or what have you, and they feel pretty decent to shuffle. The lip, probably, if it wasn't there, I'd probably be able to shuffle these a little bit easier, because I guess maybe the size throws me off. But you know, the cards glide in pretty easily. It feels kind of nice to shuffle, but there are better options. So this is a decent enough sleeve. Definitely not my all-time favorite. This here is actually my all-time favorite. So this is the Broccoli Sleeve Protector Emboss in Clear, which is the emboss in the matte. I think are basically the same thing. I don't know the actual logistics of it, but these are also outer sleeves. This package has already been opened because I've already used it, but it looks very similar to the Dragon Shield that we just looked at. They have something here. So in general, the quality is a lot better than Dragon Shield from what I've seen. The only difference here is that it is a little smaller, or a little shorter I should say, so you don't have the lip as much. Also, the quality for these have been way better. And I also feel like the card feel and shuffling just feels slightly better than the Dragon Shield. So I have here this Charlotte deck. So let's go ahead and open that up here. And you can see here, if we put away the rye deck, because that actually has different over-sleeves here, we can do the same thing as before, right? It has the same. Hey! How's everyone doing today? Sorry, I shaved a little bit, and I have the sharpest facial hair in the world, so it always shoots up into my eyeballs. So I'm probably gonna be digging those out for a bit. Sorry about that. How's everyone doing today on this Thursday? Thursday evening for me, whatever it is for you. I look great, thank you. I appreciate that. I put my deck into single sleeves when going into big events, and since I stopped buying high rarity, unless I find a really nice deal, I don't feel bad playing with single sleeve decks. Yeah, I did that for the first couple of like just the first couple of events I ever went to, because I was just so worried about the double sleeve being an issue, so I just went single sleeve. But I'd rather double sleeve, to be honest, just because it's just easier for me to shuffle. So if you have the choice between buying a rare card or sleeves, which one I would choose? It depends on the sleeves, I guess. And my favorite hater, thanks, great. Flatboard color single sleeves for BCS, yeah, that's basically what I do. I have a bunch of those, and I bought like extras, like backups just in case, but I basically use those, and then I use some single sleeves. That's basically, or sorry, some outer sleeves. Well, that's basically what I do. But if you guys are doing well today, we are going to go down a bit of an adventure. Hope you guys are ready to learn all about Love&Berry today. Your logo sleeve, Larry. I can't with those. I mean, some of them aren't too bad, but I don't know. Not that I like the character sleeves as much. Like, I don't like sleeves with like specific characters on them that much, even though that's kind of all I have. But the logo sleeves are just a little bit too bland for me. But ready for Love&Berry.
Forgot the art side of the tree, not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know what to freak out about. Back when I started, I didn't play with oversleeves, and now some of my Pacifica sleeves split. Yikes, yeah. That's probably the reason why I mainly use oversleeves, is because I use a lot of like character sleeves and not just the blank ones. Find love outside the anime? No, you cannot, unfortunately. That is a myth. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. We have sort of a short amount of slides, but at the same time a lot of slides. So we'll try to go into that, but we'll see. I just tried those poor Leopold sleeves because I did not know outer sleeves existed. Yeah, I have these pair of sleeves from when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
That I really wish I knew like the name of it, but it was from like that I don't remember what it was called. Maybe it was Dragon Shield, but like one of those generic sleeve companies that just made like generic anime sleeves, right? But there was one that I had on my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, my Chaos deck from way back when, 2000 something, that I really liked, and I still have them to this day, but I never, you know, double sleeved them because I didn't know that was a thing back then. I was like, you know, however old I was. So they're like crazy scratched up. Like, have you ever seen that episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! In like Waking the Dragons where like Raphael shows his like guardian cards and they're like all fucked up? That's how my sleeves look. They're just so scratched up. And I think I need like 10 more to put them in a Vanguard deck or something like that. But I would also like to see like what the name of it is. Pausing the music. What the name of those sleeves are. But it's just like generic anime ninja girl. So it's not like it's a specific character, it's just like a generic thing. But I hope you're ready to explain, because I went to sleep after Cyrus was in Struggle Street translating every brick of text. It's actually, to be honest, this is the easiest collab ever that Bushiroad has done, right? Of these types of collabs, it's the easiest one. If you don't understand it, you either don't know how to read or you hate women. One of the two, or both, right? I can't believe we're going to have a whole synopsis of Love&Berry. Hell yeah. They don't even have that much text. It's just those random ass 3 stats that bloat the translation. I mean, it's way better than the Mushi King ones where it didn't even matter. Well, I mean, at least for Vanguard, it probably mattered for Mushi King, like the actual game, but you know. Tell me to locos, and people told me about them, and the right deck needs separate sleeves. Yeah. I didn't know sleeves even existed when I played Duel Masters. Yeah, I didn't play with sleeves until like high school. Until like I played against someone and they had sleeves, and I was like, oh, that's a thing. But that was a long time ago. But just win the game, essentially. Yeah, the skill stat matters in Mushi King. Yeah, it matters in Mushi King, but it doesn't matter in like actual Vanguard. So it was just taking up a lot of text, and it's really confusing. Whereas like here, it like actually it's very night and day, like what that represents, right? So yeah, let's go. Well, actually, let's go to doing the test. We're gonna hear this a lot because I've used this background track in a lot of videos coming up. But I feel like we've just been hearing the Sonic. Oh my god, hold on. All this build up just for my slides to not show up properly. So let's see. Yeah, so many of them. Anyone want to guess the number of slides that I have? If you get it on the money, I'll give you 100 curly points. Let's see if it takes it automatically. No, okay. That's fine. Nice stream, thanks. 7? Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Where is OBS? I have to add this back in. Not dolphin. 21. Y'all don't know me very well. For 2069, that's a bit too much. 8,000? No, that's a bit too much. Ek. So far, regretfully, Ek has been the closest. Today's reveals. 69. Nope. Why do I have it twice? That doesn't make any sense.
Add directory, this one. 4. Nope. Alright. The actual number is 129. So, not too crazy, but usually they're like 70. 70 is like the typical amount, right? Come on. If I had it on the slide. Almost. Actually, yeah, kinda. It kinda is. That's crazy. Holy shit. If you take this and put the 9 here, that is the number of slides I have. But yeah. So today we got the Love&Berry collaboration that's coming out in set 5. We'll go over what that is today. It is, like I said, the easiest collab of these type that Bushiroad has done. So we'll go over that. And the decks are actually kind of good. So you might want to pay attention. And we also have some updates on the Koro X CurlyHairedVanguard collab as well. So it's just collab day, essentially. We'll talk about all about the collabs. But first, we've got ourselves cards of the day. So the Sega logo, yeah, it's kind of funny. Hey, maybe we'll get a Sonic collab someday soon. But we'll start first with some cards of the day. Starting off with a grade 3 from Keter Sanctuary, Divine Sister Kenneth. Here, she says, at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, if your unit was either placed on rear by your Vanguard ability or stood by your Vanguard ability this turn, put this unit to soul, choose one of the units, and it gets 5k power. This actually works with one of the Love&Berry cards. Actually, placed on rear, no, it works with, yeah, it works with one of them, not both of them. So that's that one. That one's, I don't know if this is playable on anything else, but we'll see. You want a Yu-Gi-Oh collab? No, JK, I want that. I don't know about Aichi fight Kaiba. He would have to fight Yugi. I don't know how the fuck he would fight Kaiba. But yeah, that's where my mind went to immediately once they had the Shadowverse collab. But it would be really nice to also do that the other way around, but it's not the same thing if you put Shadowverse into Vanguard, because they don't have, like, I don't want to say they don't have iconic units, but it's just not the same thing. It doesn't translate the same way, I don't think, but I don't know. Would be interesting. But I just like it when they translate game mechanics into card games. That's like my kink. I hope you guys know that. That's my kink. I get off to designers taking one game and designing it in a card game, right? And trying to make it work that way. Chef's kiss. You mean Alessios? But so yeah, so that's the Divine Sister. Then we got ourselves Transfierce Dragon, who is just the fuck G-Zone card for Keter Sanctuary. Gets 5k attack and shield if your opponent has the existence of a G-Zone. If they have a card face up, however, it becomes 10k attack and shield. I mean, in Magic, there's a card that basically turns MTG into Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, yeah, Magic has like just about everything, but if they did an actual collab, that'd be kind of cool. I just think it's also super interesting when like it's one thing when you collab with, like, you know, an actual known property like Star Wars or whatever, fine. It's another thing where you collab with a specific game, right? Because that has its own set rules and how you play that game. So if you take that experience and translate it into another medium, that's just like, that's crazy. I love that so much. You love some top-down design? Yeah. There's a card where you can physically have to assault your opponent. Oh boy. And then I bet in 5 seconds you guys are going to bring up Buddy Fight. I bet in 5 more seconds you're going to bring up that whole thing about someone's dad in Buddy Fight or whatever, because you guys can't resist. But speaking of can't resist, here is a very interesting set of cards. We have ourselves Year in Full Bloom Fruitfulness Dragon. Why the hell do you keep saying bees? There are no bees anywhere. That is a bird. That is a bird. These are fruit. That's a dragon. That's another bird. 0 bees anywhere. So this has Fruitfulness Dragon here has 2 effects. When this is placed on rear, you can counterblast 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 2 cards with Year in Full Bloom in their card names from among them and call them to rear.
shuffle your deck, and if you called 1 or less, you can call out a plant token. You can call out itself, which is kind of cool if you wanted to do that. So you can technically get a full board with this if you counterblast 2, right? Call this, call another one. Since you only called 1, you get a plant token. Counterblast 1, you can call like a grade 1 or something like that. And then if you only called 1, you get a plant token. Full board for counterblast 2. So pretty interesting. Where do you use this in Grand Via? I'm really excited to try this out in Grand Via specifically, y'all. I've always wanted to see how well Shadow Games would translate to Vanguard. Actually, they technically did the reverse. Shadow Games. Good morning. What you do? Move to the other side of the world? Hey, Azif, how's it going? Buenos dias. Then, the second effect is that when this unit stood by your card's ability, you Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your other rear guards with Year in Bloom in its card name in the same column as this unit and stand it. So it doesn't work with the plant token that you call from the first effect, but presumably you at least hit the grade 1. It's a shame the grade 2 that we're going to see is not a booster also, because that would have been a lot of signature. Yes, it is indeed a Forest Oomphies. They're indeed very cute. And I'm excited to try them out on a couple decks. Flagberg sends 2 of your rear guards and works off tokens. Counterblast and Flagberg? No. Given the theme, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be for Grand Via. But I guess, yeah, those are the only 2 decks that stand, right? That stand a unit in Sturkea. Unless Maelstrom does, but I don't think it does. I guess technically Leonord, but yeah, it's just those 3 really, right? I'm sorry, Flagbeard doesn't stand a rearguard. The rearguard stands, so that's the count. Yeah, never mind. Like generics, like the little Kirby looking demons in Darkseid. Yeah, that's exactly what they are, which is great. Hopefully we get these for all the nations, because their effects are actually playable, which is nice, and they're also super easy to get. And it also makes sneak peeks actually enjoyable. Does the effect trigger itself if you call itself from the top 7? Yep, it should. It doesn't have a grade restriction. It doesn't say different names, so it just has to be Year in Bloom. And this has to be Year in Bloom. This doesn't say like place from hand or anything like that, so you can very easily, like I said, you can call this CB1, look at top 7, call another copy of this. Since you only called 1, you get a plant token. Then the other one triggers, counterblast 1 again, look at top 7, call the grade 1 or something like that. And then since you only called 1, call another plant token, and you get a full board. And you know, you got at least 18, right? And then a grade 1, so pretty solid. Pretty solid. Call Price Trident, right? Oh yeah, Storaiha, that's the other one that restands. There we go. Yeah. Use this as Storaiha. And then you can just call Price Trident off of that, and then swing, it goes into Soul. Perfect. But you can't call Price Trident because that's be a grade 1. But you can play Price Trident behind it, and it counter charges, and it becomes makes this entire effect free because it's Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. So I have to build that. I ordered some deck boxes so I can actually build more decks because I just have no space to put any of my decks. I built the Shadowverse Dragon deck, and I've just had it sitting on the table because I have no deck box for it. But, then next we've got the other pair of this, which is the Year in Full Bloom Marshful Jarnis here, which just has the effect that if this is placed on rear, if you have another Year in Full Bloom, you get a plant token. Yeah, basically an EV evolution. This, I guess I don't know what it would be, because the bug version? Yeah, I guess it would be the bug version, yeah. This doesn't say with a different name, so you can easily play 2 of these, get a plant token. For free. So, pretty good. Even by itself, that's, you know, pretty solid. The other thing that's really good about these cards is that they work by themselves, to an extent. Like, the problem with the, like, Curil Rem cards is that you needed all 3 of them to do anything. Whereas, like, you can kind of use these individually and you'll be fine, right? You don't need the entire package, which is kind of nice. Where's a good place to order deck boxes? I assume 50 cards is a good place. Yeah, if you want those specific deck boxes from Bushiroad, I would go there because he tends to have them cheaper and he ships them out way faster, and the shipping is less expensive than if you were to get it from actual Bushiroad. You could check on like Ami and sites like that if you want to try and import it, get something a little fancier. But that's actually for the Discord, so it's not Steam Inception this time. Or you can go on Amazon. There's these really nice deck boxes I get from Amazon. This is not one of them, but it's similar to this. It's like half of this, but it's very similar to the ones that Bushiroad gives out for the Stride deck sets. Look like this, but just smaller. This is just the bigger one. The only difference between them is that the Stride deck sets, this part doesn't come down. These do, and you can get these for pretty cheap. I got not this size, again, the smaller size that I don't have to show you for reference, but I got 4 of these of the smaller side for like $15 or something like that. It was like a crazy deal. They were all like, you know, basic colors. I got green, black, blue, and red, right? So it was just like basic colors, nothing too crazy, but it was a pretty good deal if that's still available. Then next we've got ourselves here Year in Full Bloom, a Pierce Raccoon. Raccoon. I don't know if I misspelled it, if they misspelled it, or if the translator that I copied and pasted this from misspelled it, but that is Raccoon. You would die for him. Yeah. So this one is interesting because it says, just if you have another thing with Year in Full Bloom, you retire a plant token, and this unit, the raccoon, gets 10k. So again, you can have 2 of these, play this in any deck, play just the grade 1, play 2 of them. If you have plant tokens, you can eat it, he gets 10k. You should be able to use this with your gauges, so you can very easily just have these big giant boosters. So pretty good. Is Raccoon. Oh, okay. I would still rather save a dying raccoon than a guinea pig. I found raccoons cooler. Jeez. What is specific example? Is there something you want to tell us? How to storage your decks aesthetically. I did want to do a video. I don't know if I'll ever do it. I did want to do a video on how I might store my cards, but for the deck boxes, I have to find a better solution for that, and for the mats, I have to finally, when I have the time and the money, find an actual solution for all these playmats that I have, because I literally do not use any of them because I have so fucking many of them, and they are collecting dust, and like it mentally frustrates me because it just looks so ugly in this office, but there's nothing I can do about it. He'll send me a thing. Okay, hopefully it's not. All right, hold on. Oh man, hopefully it's not this. Because I tried this, and this weighs so fucking much. Like, I have so many playmats. It weighs so much that I actually cannot put it on the door. So I would have to, like, create some crazy industrial strength thing. I was gonna get one. Yeah, no. If you have a couple playmats, maybe it'll work. I was hoping to, like, hang it up on my door, but it just weighs too much. It weighs, like, honestly, it weighs like 30 pounds or something like that. Like, it is just way too much. Yeah. Your tools hanging in your closet. Yeah, like maybe if I got like a bunch of them and then like didn't put every single playmat on it, because I like filled it up trying to make as much space. If you did like maybe half and like split it up, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, the way I have it is just a bit much. You buy a complete deck off of Facebook and gotcha for a deck box that they give you. Yeah, imagine. But oh, speaking of which, forgot where I put it for a second, but do we have? Yeah, we do, right? This one. So I took one of the lyrical quick start deck things and I customized it a little bit. It looks really nice. I put the Flame Glam girl here at the
the front, and then we have the other one that I think is really cool looking on the back. It looks really cool. And you got yourself a deck box. Super easy. I just took the thing from the cardboard from inside here. I like cut it up and then I like formed it into like a box. Like, you know, I just like taped it up like this. Because otherwise, like, sometimes the cards get stuck if you just put it blank here. So I put this and you get to see like, you know, the color and it matches and it's kind of nice. But also, I guess I'm somewhat glad that this deck doesn't use the energy cycler because I don't want to share sleeves anymore. But I have these sleeves, which I didn't realize was like a Yu-Gi-Oh card or something on them because it fits aesthetically. It looks very similar to her. But yeah, I want to do that for Florasia whenever she comes in. And try that. I got my cards in a quick start deck covered in packaging tape. Oh, speaking of which. So I've been trying to get that to work. I have not been able to do a good job. I bought a bunch of tape to do it, but I just haven't done a good job. So I have my Cristiano's deck here. I tried to do that same thing. I tried to like cover the edges here with like tape that matches the color. And I wanted to do a whole video on it, but it turns out I'm not that artistic and not very good at this kind of shit. So I don't know. Then I did take two and I did it with Tribe Dragon, and this one came out a little bit better, except the tape started to come off. So I think I needed to like lay it down thicker or like flatten it down or something like that. But you know, the whole idea was to just cover all the edges so it's like nice and like it matches and looks cool and whatnot. But yeah, all the tape is just coming off, unfortunately. But I like Picasso. Basically, yeah. So I was hoping to do that for all of them and maybe do a video on it. And then, you know, even though you got scammed off $20 for your garbage quick start deck, I was hoping maybe you could do the most with it. But yeah, but I need some work. I'll see if maybe I can do that. Yeah, Mega Man's gone. He is still here. But anyways, right, Vanguard. This thing is cool. I'm really excited to use it. Here is the whole trio put together. Arrest Willie for once. Oh, you mean Wiley? I mean, he had his chance in like I think Mega Man 2 or something like that. But these are exactly the same as these fellas. Like I was saying, the thing that I like is you can actually use these in separate parts, whereas like these guys you have to use them all together, right? Like this effect is useless unless you play some of these other ones. Like I guess you can do it anyways. This effect is useless unless you have this guy. This effect is useless unless you have this guy and this guy, right? So but that's the one thing I didn't like about these, but I still like them in concept. Like the big guy, you would. But these are really cool. Hopefully maybe I can make them see some sort of play in like I don't know what it would see play in. Because you can maybe in both of these, but we'll see. Time stamping, I don't know if it really works out that well there. But in any case, 3D in Armorta. Oh, yell. I guess, yeah. How does this work? It would be Counterblast 2 that one turn, or it would be Counterblast 2 for the Divine skill. And you can do the crit twice. Yeah, with triple drive. Yeah, not bad. It also gives you deck thin, because this fella can like give you some little bit of deck thin and whatnot. Maybe the 2 gain transition. I might have seen that. I don't remember. But you know, as long as they're seeing use, that's pretty good. But all right, it is time. Let's talk about Love&Berry. This is a new CurlyHairedVanguard collab coming out in set 5, right? We will probably get this in set 6 or 7, who knows, right? More likely 7, but we'll see, which I think is fine. You miss Gansalot? You look at Love&Berry and you miss Gansalot? Alright. That's alright. But yeah, probably 7, unfortunately. Back with just a standard, they did, legitimately. That's no joke, that's exactly what this is. So what is Love&Berry? So Love&Berry is, from my understanding and the very little bit of research that I did, it is both an arcade game and also apparently there's a DS version of it as well, which I guess is just the arcade game translated to the DS. This, I believe, is a series. There might be multiple games, but my general understanding of it is that it is like an arcade machine where you basically you take one of these two. I think there's a third one, but she's not included in the collab for whatever reason, and you dress them up using cards, right? So similar to Musha King, you like swipe or scan cards, and based on the cards, you dress up your girl, and then you take her and you play these like rhythm games, and they will judge you based on whether your fit is like good, and if also you can jive to the music, right? And that's the whole game, essentially. But yeah, exactly. They're technically witches, and they can do like fashion magic, so that's why you can swipe the card and they can like instantly change their like clothes and their appearance, which is kind of cool that they're in Keter Sanctuary, because they have witches in like Oracle Think Tank and Shadow Paladin and stuff like that, so it kind of makes sense. And Genesis as well. So I like to think Love is a Genesis witch and Berry is a Shadow Paladin witch. Yeah, you can think of it that way. Yeah. I'm only played a regular game. It was Rayman Rabbids. Y'all don't want me to talk about rhythm games. Sega also made a Musha King DS game, and they're the same caliber. Okay, straight up. Yeah, this is also, I guess, technically a collab with Sega, which means we might get Sonic or whatever other IPs Sega has in the future. I think they really only have Sega that I can think of. But so the way that this works is you have these cards, and they go with each of the girls, right? So you will literally just get these cards. They have no effects. They don't do anything. And you just have to use them to equip them to your girl, essentially. Right? Oh, Sonic. Master Harusu? No, I'm not at that. Not that I've played that, but I've never actually got a hang of that, unfortunately. I've never gotten into that. Crazy for Phantasy Star Online, that'd be cool. Not gonna lie, that'd be cool. But tell me if they can find the sub movie. Last time I wanted Raw and I couldn't find it, of Love&Berry. But so yeah, so you have basically to match the outfit that you see on the girl, except basically for all of them the hair is a fucking lie, and it pisses me off about this entire collab is that they don't actually change their hair. You can very clearly tell, right, that here she has her hair swooped this way, right, with like a part in like a left part or whatever, but like here she got bangs, right? Like, what the fuck? So it's really, you're just matching this, right? This is the only part you see. You never see their feet. Not that I hope you guys don't want to, but you never see their shoes, so I don't know how I'm supposed to match that. But yeah, that's basically what it's gonna be, because you're gonna see like these characters here, and you just have to match it. So H goes with H, D goes with D, and F goes with F. Easy peasy, and it just has to be what she's wearing. Easiest collab in the world. I don't get it. But yeah, feet, no feet, please God, no feet. I'm gonna go next to where she's wearing more things on her feet. So same thing here, right? She is supposedly, I guess, like this, even though her hair is not like that, but whatever, okay. She's wearing this, you can see the pants here-ish, and then just assume that those are what her shoes look like. But again, same thing, you just match up this here with what's there, right? Makes perfect sense. Easiest collab. Here are all of the cards. There are, I guess, 25 of them. And you use them for each of their different rear guard, or all of their uniforms, I should say, specifically. That is indeed a lot of cards. I think it's about the same as Mushi King, to be honest, because it's like this and then two different decks technically, and they each have 4 cards each, 5 cards each. So yeah, there's an afro, which I don't know how I feel about it, but she also doesn't wear the afro, so it doesn't matter. So here's a picture of the actual machine here. You would take your card and you go whoop, and then you would use these for the rhythm games, right? And then I think it also is like you play and you actually get a card. Like I guess it actually like prints out a card for you to use. So I think the design behind it is that you would play the game and then whatever, and then you wear the card so that you can then play the game again and get a better score, essentially, right? And then I guess it's like a gacha to try and get the best cards the more you play or something like that, and then that increases your score kind of deal, right? Next top of BCS for Worlds. I mean, it won't top of BCS because we won't get it anytime soon, but the decks aren't half bad. Here is the DS version, and then you can see some of the cards here, right, that you can use, and they have this peripheral that you can use to slide the cards, right? And then, like I said, it's a rhythm game, so you do stuff to the music, and you smack a tambourine and stuff like that, right? Because it's a rhythm game. And then they rate you on how well you did in the song and how cool your fit is, right? And how much, I guess, it like fits on theme or something like that, right? Yes, was that what that was? Oh, that is. This whole time I thought that was white, but yeah, that is ice blue, huh? We never got this in the States or the US. I mean, that is the States, right? But yeah, that sucks. That's booty cheeks. So that's Love&Berry, and they actually showed it off in the stream. Not when I wanted it. Yeah, that's fair. They actually showed it off in the stream, so you'll see Knack over here. He has a collection of the cards that are going to be the ones that are in the set. It's going to be the same thing as the Mushi King, where they actually have the barcode on the side, so you can actually use it. And I just think it's kind of insane that Bushiroad is preserving a DS game that's presumably 10 years old at this point, but they're still creating like features or like, I don't know if it's like backward compatibility or something like that, but they're still you know, having access to that game, which I think is insane. Only recently released in the United States, but Japan probably, yeah. But yeah, pretty cool. But you can see here, he's gonna take the hair of the like fancy variety. I don't know what else to call it. The arcades are still somewhat popular in Japan, so that's why. Yeah, so I guess that's probably why, because you can still use it at the arcade, and they're obviously not going to bring a giant arcade machine, so they're just demonstrating with a DS, so that makes sense, yeah. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and swipe the card here, and then boom, her hair changes. She uses her fashion magic, her henshin, and she transforms, right? And then if you swipe another one, henshin, she transforms, and she puts on a dress. Perfect. And this is what they look like. They look really pretty. Reflect the foiling. I don't know if we'll get that same foiling in English, assuming we get it, because you know how they do us dirty, right? When it comes to foiling, but we'll see. Otherwise, it looks really pretty. And that's the collab. Super easy. We can go into the cards now. Want to push a collab with Kamen Rider? Me too. Unfortunately, they collabed with Battle Spirits, I think it was, instead. Come on. The DS came out in Japan back in 2008. Turning to dust. It belongs in a museum preserving arcade culture, essentially, yeah. It's time like these where it sucks that the majority of the Vanguard players are guys, because I know the girlies would eat this up. I hope y'all do. I hope you enjoy it. I hope all the girlies check out Vanguard and everyone's not shitty. Because I know I will be eating this shit up, because card's kind of good. And I'm hoping that I like the way they did it, right? I like the way the collab is done, so I'm hoping they'll do something like that for like a different IP in the future. I must still play these, but I would love to have my Cameron Rider build. Yeah, this will bring some girls into the game. Probably not, but if it was like a more, I mean, I don't know if there's, I don't know, right? Probably because I'm not a girl, but I don't know if there's a huge audience for Love&Berry outside of Japan. That I don't know, because outside of this collab, this is my first time hearing of it. I'm also obviously not the target demographic for it, so that's probably why, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll kind of have to wait and see whenever it comes out, to be honest. At least on the JP side. Okay, so that's good. That's perfect. Glad to hear that. What is the target demographic? Girls that like clothes and are rhythm games? What are you scared to ask about? But one of those collabs next for $7 and winning locals is one of the best feelings. I mean, you're not far off. That's kind of wild. Well, all right, let's get into it. So we have fashionable witch Love. So this is Love. Love is the one with like the corny mom hairstyle, and Berry is the other one that looks a lot cooler.
If you didn't realize from the stream thumbnail, I have a preference between them, and it is Berry. So this one is Love. She just says her bob is bobbing, her bob to be bobbing. So this is going to be the starter, but it has a very unique effect. You can't use this, unfortunately, in any of your other decks, so you can't go Raziel. Put this in your Raziel deck, right? Get some actual Riz in there. Can't do that. But this says, when this unit is rolled upon by grade 1, fashionable witch with Love in its card name. If this unit was placed from the ride deck, you get a fashionable witches Love&Berry arcade cabinet crest. And also energy charge 3. So it's very similar to the Mushi King starter, essentially. Which one was with the plastic soul stealing eyes? None of them. Empire's to Love because she's a Lambros. I guess, yeah, I guess. I guess so. But so yeah, so you get the cabinet and an energy charge 3, which is kind of cool. Then we have ourselves here Berry. She's the one with the blue hair. Does the same exact thing, except you have to write Berry specifically over her. You get the cabinet and energy charge 3. And here is the cabinet. I forgot to add the slide where I just show the without the text, but yeah. So we have the fashionable witches Love&Berry cabinet crest, which does mean your Elementaria for crest does work against this deck. So first of all, you cannot ride cards other than fashionable witch. Second of all, when this crest is put during your ride phase, or when your Vanguard is placed during your ride phase, you choose up to one Fashion Magic card from your drop, put it into your order zone. So you're going to have 1 million of these fashion cards in your deck. You're just going to discard them for ride as you would normally. Then this will activate and allow you to put that into your order zone. It puts it so you still get an order for a turn. Then you can also, during your turn, Energy Blast 3 to do one of the following. So you can either look at the top 7 cards of your deck for Fashion Magic cards with different names from each other, so you can't choose the same card name twice, and you just flat out put them into your order zone. And I think that's exactly the same as the Mushi King crest, except that this is Energy Blast 3 instead of like Soul Blast 1. Then you choose a card, or you can do, instead of that, you can choose a card from your damage zone, put it into your drop, and then put the top card of your deck into the damage zone. And if the card you put was a Fashion Magic, you can put it into your order zone. This doesn't... oh, it does. It does. Okay, I was going to say, this doesn't specify face down, but no, it just did. Okay. So, you can't countercharge with this, but you can swap out stuff from your damage zone if for whatever reason you need that. But the main purpose, of course, is if one of your specific magic cards, Fashion Magics, go into damage, you can pull it out, right? And then the final effect here is at the start of your battle phase, you Soul Blast 2, choose up to 2
fashionable witch cards with different names from each other from your drop and from each other. Then perform from your drop. Oh no, sorry, from each other, and then for each of them you perform. If you have an order zone which has at least 2 of the matching cards, you can call it out. Then you can choose one of your cards that you discarded and put it into your hand, right? Choose one of those discarded cards. Choose one of those discarded cards. What does that mean? At the start of your battle phase, Soul Blast 2, choose up to 2 fashionable witch cards with different card names from each other from your drop, and for each of them perform the following. If your order zone has 2 or more matching fashion cards that match that card, call that to rearguard circle. Choose one of those discarded cards and put them into your hand. Is that a copy paste error for me? What does that even mean? Let's double check this. Make sure I'm not insane, right? So Arcry, kinda. Okay, I don't think that's supposed to be there. Okay. That's not supposed to be there. That's not supposed to be there. Okay, whew. I was like, what the fuck is that? That's just... I'm just stupid. Ignore this. Ignore that. That's the end of the sentence. That's from a different effect that I copied the text box from. Okay. I was just like, what the fuck does that even mean? So it just ends there. It just ends there. Oh, that's all it says. Is it on the other side? Yeah, it's on the other side. Yeah. That's what happened, because I like entered and then I left that there by accident. Yeah. So ignore that. Ignore that. Sorry, I was just like, what the fuck? I read that out with like full confidence, and I kept slowly going like, what the fuck did I just say? But yeah. So yeah, you're locked into fashion witches. This goes into your crest zone. Whenever you ride, you can choose, or whenever it goes to the crest zone, or whenever you ride, you choose a fashion card from drop, put into your order zone, or during your turn, you can Energy Blast 3. Either look at top 7, choose any fashion magic cards, put them into your order zone, or take a card from your damage zone, put it into drop, replace that with a top card of your deck face down. Then, if the card you put to drop was a fashion magic, put that into your order zone. Finally, at the start of your battle phase, you Soul Blast 2, you choose 2 fashion witches with different names from your drop, and if you have any matching cards in your order zone, you can call that card out. If you have 2 or more matching cards, you can call that card out. Right? Alright. So what the fuck does matching mean? Okay. So like I was saying earlier, you have those fashion cards, right? And they have these letters and like actual text on them, right? It'll actually say the name of the clothing. And you just have to match it up, right? So if this says Ugly Bob, right? Corny t-shirt and normal pants, you have to find the magic card that says Ugly Bob, put into the order zone, and then corny t-shirt, put that into the order zone. If you have this card in drop, if you happen to have those 2 magic cards, you can then call this out, right? But then this says, if your Vanguard is a fashionable witch with love in its card name, this card gets all of the following based on how many different fashion magic cards in your order zone that match this card. All of the next couple of cards are going to have the same exact clause. So basically, they're 2 separate decks, one for Berry, one for Love. And you can only use these effects if you have that specific Vanguard, right? You can't mix match them. You can't really play Berry in Love because she's not going to have any effects, right? So you just play all your Love cards in the Love deck and you play all your Berry cards in the Berry deck. And then basically the same thing would apply for the fashion cards for the most part. But depending on how many of the fashion cards you have in your order zone that match this specific card, you can do the following.
So if you have one, so if you have either the Ugly Bob, corny t-shirt, normal pants, either one of those, this unit, whenever it boosts, you choose a card from your drop, put into soul. Or if you have two or more, so if you, let's say, have, excuse me, if you have the Ugly Bob and the corny t-shirt in your order zone, right? Let's say you have both of those, then in addition to that, you would get 5k power, right? Because these stack, right? You do all the following. So you would do this, and then also you would do this, right? So you not only would you put, whenever you boost, you would put something from drop into soul, you also get 5k power. If you happen to have all three of them, so if you have the Ugly Bob, the corny t-shirt, and the normal jeans, you have all three of them, triple whammy, you hit the lottery, you no longer have to go gambling. Then you, when this boosts, you take something from your drop, put it into soul, get 5k, and also at the end of the battle, this boost, if you did not countercharge, you countercharge. So this lets you do quite a lot. This gives you 2 resources, and it's a 13k booster. So that's kind of strong. That's kind of strong. Not half bad, right? These two, no, just this one. This one's a Vanguard skill. So this can also be a 15k, or sorry, 13k attacker or booster. Also, when it's on your Vanguard circle, right? If you happen to get 2 of them by then. Here is, I guess it's not an Ugly Bob, but it's like whatever this is. The side part, corny outfit, and then the shoes, right? And that corresponds to what you see here. So that's why I said this is the easiest collab in the world, right? You literally just have to look at your clothing cards, match it with what she's wearing, or just literally match the letters and the actual name of the card, right? And that's it. Simplest collab in the world. But we have a couple of cards like that. So that's one of them. That's probably the one you would have in your ride line. Then next up here, we have a grade 2. This is Disco Love&Berry. So this has the same clause. You have to have Fashionable Witch Love in order to get any of these effects. Then, depending on the number of cards that, magic cards that match this that you have in your order zone, you get the following effects. First one says, when this unit attacks, you look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top or bottom of your deck. So it's just on Vanguard or on Rearguard Circle. So you just have Eileen, or say, not even Sejas. You just have Eileen or like any of those Hex Orb cards where you can just very easily manipulate the top card of your deck. So you have Free Soul, Countercharge, and now you can look at the top card of your deck, right, and manipulate that. These feeling like old, super old character customization screens on DS games. I have to change the hair and the shirt. Yeah. Hey, boy, young. We're just going over Love&Berry. Then we got ourselves here. Second skill. If you have 2 of them, this gets 5k. And then the third skill. This cannot be chosen by your opponent's card's effects, and it gets 5k shield. So I have to remember the wording of the yellow overtrigger. I don't know if it. I don't think it chooses, right? It just says all, so it would not get protected from that. But yeah, this can't get chosen by card effects. It does not also protect from Shoujo Doji. Shoujo Doji chooses Rearguard circles, so it gets over that. But it does have resist, right? So you have yourself 15k shield. I'm sorry, 10k shield, 15k attacker. That can also look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top or bottom of your deck. That can also be your Vanguard. So, really strong. And then you have to match, even though this is what kind of pisses me off, because you're supposed to match the afro that she clearly doesn't have, but with the rest of her outfit, right? And then you can use all of those skills. Then we got ourselves another grade 2 here. So this is Lovely Idol Love&Berry. Same skill as before, right? You just have to have the same Vanguard with the same name, essentially. Then if you match, MS Paint the Jolly Afro, that's somewhat, I'm pretty sure, insensitive. But, so first one, when this is placed on rear or on Vanguard, so you actually get 2 different Vanguards to choose from for your grade 2 ride, and I think that's really cool. But this says you counterblast one, look at the top 3 cards, choose one, call it, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So, you could technically choose the fashion card, and then since it's a set order, it'll fizzle out, right, and go to drop. So you could do that, and I feel like that's what you're gonna have to do majority of the time, because I feel like you have to play a lot of those. But you could also just play one of each at the same time, because you only need one. And if they go to damage, you have an easy way to get it. So this gets 5k power like the other ones. Then it says if you have 3 or more on either Vanguard or Rearguard circle, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, you can Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's Rearguards, and retire it. So the solo's super easy. So you can very easily just retire your opponent's Rearguards with this. And it creates this interesting thing where you can actually have this in your hand, right? I have to remember the crest. I don't know if the crest says you have to ride from ride deck, but if like you have this in your hand and you don't want to ride the other grade 2, you can ride into this to have the options like retire, which I think is really cool. But then again, you can also call it a Rearguard circle, but you know what I mean, right? So pretty cool. Give me crossover justifies when you have to invest a lot of cards first to fully use a strong Rearguard. Yes, except it's using the order zone instead of having cards from hand, so it's a lot less clunky, right? You're not playing 3 cards from your hand to get 1 card. You have cards already set up, then you can go ahead and play the game. So it's more like Eva, if anything, where you have to get the 3 research orders, right? You just have to do that multiple times. But this is the ones, these are the magics that would match with her, right? And then we got the last one here, which is the main Vanguard, Glittering Ball Love. This is the main Vanguard here. So same usual skill. First, this gets drive +1 if you just match one of them, right? Pretty good. Then this gets 5k power, also active during your opponent's turn. So this is an 18k Vanguard on your opponent's turn. That also has triple drive really easily, or drive +1. Then finally it says, at the end of battle as this unit attack, you counterblast 1, stand all of your front row rear guards, and your opponent's, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, those units gets plus 10k. So if you went second, you can hit with Persona Ride numbers on your second swing. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. You have the grade 2 that can retire. You can tech top deck to manipulate what you check. Get more chances to get triggers. You deck thin like crazy because all you do is deck thin, right? So pretty solid, pretty solid. I think Berry might be a little stronger. But this is just, I think this is really good. Resin Prime cross-dressing, kind of. But yeah, I don't really like the art in this one as much, but pretty good. I don't know what the deck would look like, to be honest. I have to wait for CFA to update so I can take a look at it. I'm assuming you just play one of each of the magic cards. There is what? If there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, each of them have 3, so there's 12 that you would play in main deck. Excuse me, and then the rest, you know, you play of the girls, and then you play whatchamacallit, PGs, right? And then like I don't know how much space you really have for everything. I'd have to like stop and think about it. But yeah. 3 dresses like a circuit champ, essentially, yeah. Well, maybe not again because you're deck thinning a lot, so I don't know. And I think I don't want to use the Kidder Power for these. I mean, yeah, it won't really work, but Tetrafall is a good rearguard to restand because you will swing in with 10k twice if you go second. And also your unit can't be retired, the grade 2, so. So that's Love. It to boil it down for you, she can get drives. She has 3 drives. She has 18k on both turns. She can restand front row rear guards and give them 10k if you go second, which is pretty good. She can also have access to retire, countercharge, soul, top decking, and deck thinning. So she can do a lot. And these are the clothes that match her, right? Let's go over Berry next.
So this is changed to cool berry. So same old, right? The set orders, I think it has to be specifically normal orders. So I don't think they fulfill her order requirement. And also you don't play them. You just straight put them into the order zone. So it doesn't count if you put them. You would have to play them. I don't think you can play the orders, to be honest. I don't think they have any effects. But I could be wrong about that. So I think they're essentially bricks unless you directly put them into the order zone. Mods. So first effect is same thing. Choose a card from drop, put it to soul. Gets 5k power, and then you can countercharge. So it's the same exact thing as Love for the grade 1. And these are her cards that you would match her with. Then we have ourselves here Fashion Street Berry. I don't know where I've seen this sweater before, but I know I've seen it somewhere. So same thing, you have to have Berry as your Vanguard. Then when this unit attacks, you can counterblast 1 draw card. It gets 5k if you have 2 or more. Then if you have 3 or more, when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater, you can Soul Blast 1 and get 10k. So she's alright. If you make a column with this in the grade 1, this skill and this skill kind of become free, right? Because the grade 1 gives you soul and counter charges, so you get to draw 1, answering in for 25, which is kind of good. Kind of good, right? Then this is what she matches with, right? Then we got ourselves here the Seaside Summer Berry. So same old, same old. This one actually is a grade 2. For 1, she gets 5k shield. For 2, she gets 5k attack. And then for 3, you Soul Blast 1 and get Battle Door. This is also on Vanguard Circle. Keep that in mind. This is also active on Vanguard Circle. Soul Blast 1, opponent must call 2 or more. So she gets both 5k and Battle Door on Vanguard Circle, right? Might not matter on turn 2, you might be thinking, but this also works on the Rearguard Circle as well. This is what you would match with. Then finally we have ourselves Glittering Ball Berry here, which is the main grade 3 for the Berry deck. Same effect as all the other ones, right? So the first effect here is super interesting. If you have just 1 card, at the end of the battle, this unit attack, counterblast 1. Choose a fashionable witch berry and this card name from your soul with a different card name from this unit. Write it as stand. At the end of the battle, go back into the Glittering Ball Berry. So essentially, you got yourself like Youthberg, or you got yourself Luan, or you got yourself any of the other decks that ride a different Vanguard mid-battle, right? And you can go back into the Garter Circle. So you can swing at your opponent, put a bunch of triggers and stuff on the booster, and then swing it again, and now hit them with the Garter Circle, right? Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, such a phone needs you to play a normal order. But then again, I don't think you play these orders. I think you just put them into the order zone. She thinks I should drain your soul with forbidden black magic. It's fashion magic, not black magic. She also is an 18k attacker on both turns. And then her last skill says, at the start of your battle phase, all of your front row rear guards get plus 5k, or front row units, not rear guards, units. So basically all of them get 5k. So if you have 3, you basically get Persona Ride in your first grade 3 turn. She eaten? She indeed eaten. This is definitely the deck I would like to play. I like this one a lot. I like both of them, but Berry is definitely my favorite. I think the effect is pretty cool. Extra Vanguard swing with Battle Door, kind of sick. It's actually, you can't give her like crits or something like that to stack, but 5k on your opponent's turn, kind of good. Same, I like Berry more. Yeah. Like, I wonder if Love is gonna be more playable just because she's a bit more generic, but like, again, I have to see how the deck build, like what space you have and whatnot, because I feel like you just play everything from the collab
and like maybe like one generic,
right? And that's it. Because I don't think you have space for anything, but I don't know. So we'll see. But being able to call out something from Soul is pretty cool. Giving 10k to your front row, pretty cool. So again, to summarize, Love has access to countercharge, access to putting cards from drop into Soul. All her units get 5k. She herself, the main Vanguard, gets 5k. She can retire one of your units. She also gets an extra drive, and she can stand the front row. And if you're grade 3, she gets 10k. Pretty good. Then we have Berry, who has a grade 2 with Battle Door, a grade 2 that can get 15k, a grade 1 that can put stuff to Soul, and she can countercharge. Also, Love has Eileen, so she can click a top card, put top or bottom. Battle Door, 15k attacker, countercharge, put stuff to Soul. She can have 2 Vanguard swings, right? One of them with Battle Door if she wants to. And she also gets the 5k on your opponent's turn, but she can also give basically half Persona Ride to your whole front row, which is basically Persona Ride because all the units get 5k anyway, so she basically gives Persona Ride numbers on your first grade 3 turn. Escapade the Blaster? Kinda, yeah, basically. Yeah, she's 18 and then she goes into the grade 2. Wow. It says a different name. I was gonna say, does it have to be a grade lower? So if there was a grade 3, you could technically go into it. If there was another grade 3 Berry, you could do it and get 4 drive checks in a turn. It just happens to not be one. But that's kind of funny because it doesn't have a specific grade restriction. So if they ever print one, which they probably won't, that'd be kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know how feasible these decks would be either. They sound really good on paper. They all have really good deck thinning. They all have really good effects. They already all have multi-attack. They all hit good numbers, right? The only thing I don't really see is like draw power, for example. That's the only thing. So that's probably what you would use your generics for, is like draw power and to like fill up your hand. That's about it. You would probably all play like 8 crits, 3 fronts for both decks, right? Because you have so much deck thinning. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. They sound super piece reliant. They are and they aren't, because again, the crests, you look at top 7, you take any number of fashion cards. So if you play 12 of them and you look at top 7, you see 7 of them, you take all of them, put into Order Zone, and that's like all your pieces. So yes, if you don't see your pieces, you can't do shit. So you have to mix and match, but at the same time, you have such an easy way to get them. So I don't know. Enjoy Zorga hands? Yeah. So you basically, yeah, you probably want cards, whatever in Keter lets you discard to like draw. You probably want a lot of that. So you can put them in drop and then put them into Order Zone. Lyrical at home, I guess. But yeah, I really wish these were in CFA. I'll check. I'm pretty sure it's not. But let's just do a sanity check for the sake of it, right? Desperately need a haircut. Desperately need a haircut. Lose like 5 pounds off my face, but let's see. It's gonna update, but it's probably from whatever happened on Tuesday. Oh, it was Tuesday. Impala Dio, right? She's an exorcist. Oh, whatever, Ek. You're just saying that because you hate women. Sorry, you can't see it, but I'm opening up CFA. See if it works. But this is what the what it looks up with, right? Maybe I can put this. No, I can't move it. Okay, we'll go back to that. And then we have just one last card here, which is the Magical Time Plus. So I think this is the only actual set order you actually play. This is the only one that actually has an effect. So kind of makes sense considering the game, but you can only use this if you have a Fashionable Witch. You put this in your Order Zone for free. Then in your Order Zone, you counterblast 1, bind it, search your deck or drop for 1 Fashion Witch and reveal it, put it into your hand, then search your deck or drop for 1 Fashion Magic that matches that revealed card, put it to your Order Zone, and if you shuffle your deck, if you search your deck, shuffle your deck. So
You play 4 of this because this instantly is Counterblast 1. Search any girl, search any fashion card that matches that girl, right? And put it into the order zone automatically. So this helps you unbrick a lot, which is really cool. So yeah, so that's Love&Berry. Hope that all made sense. Like I said, it is the easiest collab out of all of them. It's just match the girls' outfits with the cards, put them in the order zone, and you get effects. Super easy. Doesn't have all that extra flavor text and stuff that the Mushi King one had, right? So let's see. Sort. Come on, give me Love&Berry. Give me Love&Berry. Give me Love&Berry. No. Unless it's like an other. Nope. Nope, no Love&Berry, unfortunately. So that sucks. I will definitely probably be testing these out. Come on. Yeah, and that's that. That's it for this morning's reveals. The other thing we have is that they revealed what's going to be going on next Thursday. So they revealed that we're actually getting another pair of generics. We're getting triple rare generics. We've been looking out for these, trying to figure out what's going to happen in this set. So it's basically, yep, Azim's dreams have been crushed. So every nation only gets 3 triple rares. One of them is going to be now a generic double rare, right? So we know that, for example, Brankgate they're gonna get a generic one, and then they got the Impaldio card. That might mean that Rotovisor is getting another triple rare, and that'll be the last card. Unless we saw something else so far, I don't know. Sweet Sweet is gonna downgrade from triple rare to rare. Yeah. I thought they had said like these were gonna become their own playable cards. Especially like Bojang, do you know what this says? Because this says like Sweet Sweet and then 3. Is it that they're only showing 3? No, because this is like the generic part. Yeah, they are getting their own cards. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what it translated. Yeah, that's what I thought. But everyone just seems to say that they're only just getting another order, so I wasn't sure. But turning the trio into playable units. Okay, perfect. I'm so happy about that. I'm so glad. I wonder if they're gonna do the same thing with the full bloom things and make them like common generic cards that like work together with each other. That'd be really cool as well. 2 straight to video sequel, yeah, basically. Able to make Sweet Sweet actually playable. I mean, Sweet Sweet's good though. It's like really good. It's just they just need, I don't know, Liquid just needs like one good counter charger, and Sweet Sweet is like in every deck. Come on. I try to sneak it into like every deck, but I forgot what I have it in right now. When is it used? I forgot what I have it in right now. I know I play it. So I know I play it in Petrolka. I played in Petrolka because it's a Highlander, right? And I know I played in Floratia, right? The vanilla deck, because it's an order. So I played in that as well. Yeah, I don't know about Prisms. I saw I played in Prisms. I wasn't about that. I played the other one that like give 5k. I used to play it in Felty Rosa to try and get a board. And then I want to say I used it in something else recently, but I don't remember. Yeah, let's go. Sweet Sweet and Flam Blam. I think that maybe that's what I was going to use it in. Yeah, because I was using the yeah, I think I was trying to use it in that originally. Yeah, because I was using the like top 3 Rust 1 order, and I didn't like that. So I was like, okay, I'll use Sweet Sweet, and then you have the grade 1 that counter charges, so it makes it free. But yeah, I'm playing in Kyrie. You're throwing, give me your deck. No, I'm not playing in Kyrie. I think originally I might have been, but this was like before, because I think I was playing Sweet Sweet, and I was playing what is her dumbass name? The fucking expensive bitch. The order, the Tetrafault for lyrical. Oh, what the fuck is her name? God damn. What is her $30 name?
Stegria. There we go. Yes, exactly. So I was playing that. I was playing Sweet Sweet and Stegria and Kyrie, but this was like before Divines 1 came out and she got the new card. But then it was ass, so I stopped playing it. Strega. No, Stegria. Why not Stegria? Why the E become A? That don't make sense. Where Y come from? Where Y come from? Why? Because we already have Stegria. Oh, you just make him. Is that not her name? Tetrafault? Man. Man. You're making it sound like these names are easy to say. Got me looking up. Fucking. Where's set 11? Fucking. Keter Sanctuary. What do you want me to say? Teat fault? That's what you guys rather? Teat fault? That's more appeasing and pleasing to you guys. Teat fault? You want me to walk around saying my teat fault? That's gross. I refuse to say that. It's an ugly ass name. I'm not gonna call that. It's Tetrafault because that just sounds better.
Before I knew you were like this, I thought you were talking about What do you mean before you knew I was like this? What do you mean like this? What am I being like? Unbelievable. Oh man.
Just say I don't know. I'm gonna just say Tetrafault because that sounds better than Teatfault. Teatfault just does not sound cool. You know what does sound cool? Exactly what I mean. No, I don't. But yeah, you know what does sound cool? We're having a premium tournament in the Drop Zone Discord. Not this Friday, next Friday, 9:20, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get your premium decks ready, brush off the dust off them bad boys, and let's play some premium. If not, then you can also play on Saturday, 9:21, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, premium format. So no ride deck, only G-Zone. I know that's basically the same as standard, but you know what I mean. Then you'll be spectating respectively me as well. I might be forced to play, but we'll see what happens. Then, right after that, we have ourselves a Lyrical Monasterio Divine Set 1 coming out. The week after that, we're going to be having our first ever Lyrical Cup over in the Drop Zone. It's going to be on 10/4, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Only decks that are allowed are Lyrical decks. It's going to be a fun time. You have so many to choose from. And then, and then we have ourselves a normal tournament. After that, Saturday, 10/5 at 1 p.m. You can play whatever you want, I guess, if it's not Lyrical. We're looking for Verknite rarities. Oof. Should probably easy to get because the deck hasn't really been performing like crazy, right? So we'll see. A lot of corals. I don't think any corals are going to show up. And it's going to be a lot of Michus. Exactly. Italian premium, yeah. Did you guys know? I forgot to bring this up a long time ago, but like a month ago, they discontinued the Italian version of CurlyHairedVanguard. The like notorious Italian CurlyHairedVanguard that was like still in G era because they were so behind. They just completely discontinued it, which really sucks. More Lyrical decks in the clans now. Yeah. I mean, but you can say that about any nation, to be honest. I think that that applies to every nation because every nation has at least 20 minimum, right? But yeah. Let's use Ride Deck and Premium. Nah. Altar meet you allowed though? Nah. You can use whatever you want. Disregard what Boyang says and his weird hate for Suisa and Sakura Miko. But yep. Alright. Then, like I told you guys, it's his collab, The Stream, right? So we have the Koto Koto collab coming soon. As a quick reminder, we have ourselves 5 decks, not coming for us, of course, because we don't get anything. But Japan is getting 5 deck products as well as a booster box, I think. That is going to be featured around these cards here. These are going to be upgraded version of the quick start deck bosses. We have the first wave of these, which we've already seen the effect for. So we have Dekakun, about some dude who's tall, and that's just funny. We got Black Channel, who's this YouTuber, but also he has his own fucking manga. He's like absolute goals. I don't know anything about him, but he's just absolute goals. Like, I would retire happily, never do anything for the rest of my life if I had a YouTube channel that was thriving. I had a manga about my YouTube channel, and then they put the manga about my YouTube channel into a card game. I would never speak again. I would never do anything ever again. And then we have Bebe, which is about a baby who's really strong, even though he's 0 years old. This is Dekakun. He's kind of ass. He can't attack unless you Soul Blast 1. Then you Energy Blast 3. He gets a crit and an extra drive. Black is insane because he counts as Welstra and Astrum. He can discard 1 activated product, and then he gets triple drive, and also he can counter blast 1, stand 1 of your rear guards. Then we have Azim's favorite, Takushe, clinging to Cristianos, who can energy blast 3, look at top 7, mill 1. Then if you have a Blitz Order, you get triple drive. If you have 4 or more, your front rower gets 5. Then at the start of your battle, counter blast 1, choose 1 card from your drop, call it to rear, but if you have 4 or more Blitz Orders, you call 2 instead of 1. Okay, you do it. I dare you. Then we had the other 2, which were not revealed yet when we originally went over these, which is Grandpa Danger, another manga about some grandpa who's fucking butt naked, and all great achievements require time, which is about some kid that goes back in time, and his name happens to be Chrono. So I expected him to time leap, especially considering he's in Dark States, and he's going to be the upgraded form of Osler Geist, or whatever the hell you guys call it, and Triumph Dragon. But we actually got those revealed today, randomly. So these are what the cards do. Use the Vivian Super JoJo mode for the artwork. I'm surprised he didn't. On my daily food comment to make Curly hungry, I'm gonna order Korean. You can order Korean fried chicken? What the fuck? I wish I lived where you live. I mean, I could probably do that, but I just don't think it'll actually be good. I did that once. I ordered Korean fried chicken, and like, it was good. It was just cold. And I think like what I got was kind of ass, but like what my fiance got was really good, and then she didn't like it, so I ate her thing. And then like, it was so good. And then I went to the place in person, and it was the most disappointing dining experience I ever had in my life. I don't know what it was, but it was just kind of whatever. But what makes fried chicken Korean? No, they just make it differently. I forgot the specifics of it, but yeah. But yeah, this is the artwork. It's just a panel from the manga, with just him in the background. Got a little lazy there, but that's fine. If you think his artwork is something, wait till you see his effect. And then we got ourselves here Chrono, who looks really cool and has the simplest fucking effect in the world. It annoys me. He has to have the greatest disparity between how cool his artwork looks and how lame his Vanguard effect is. Or how simple it is, right? He's got to be up there. But this is Save Everyone from Oslergeist. Chrono the Rewinder. He has just one effect. Auto on Vanguard Circle. Once returned, when his unit attacks a Vanguard, you counter blast 1, put presumably one of your rear guards, I don't think you can use your opponent's, into Soul. Choose a card in your Soul with a different card name from what you put in, call it, and get triple drive. And that's it. Yeah, all of these are going to get triple drive. That's all this does. You put something in Soul, call it out. It's like lame Barrow. But pay the grandpa deck so I can yell my cards. Yeah. I was really hoping this would do something cool. Like, I don't like Rear Chronicle, but I was expecting Time Leap or like literally anything. Like, his name is Chrono. He's in dark states. He focuses on time, and they just didn't do anything with him. But it is what it is. This is strictly a downgrade from OG. Also, yeah, at least that gives you 10k to the thing you called out, and it's Energy Blast instead, and he gets 10k. So I don't know why they dropped the ball on this. Maybe they'll buff it up with like rearguard support for like in a specific deck, but we'll see. Then we got ourselves here a Triumph Dragon User Grandpa card everyone's been talking about all day today. So first effect, all your grade 3 units get Intercept and 5k shield. So that's kind of nuts. Then it says you act on Vanguard Circle, counterblast 1, discard 1, choose a grade 3 from your drop, call it to rear, and if you specifically call the old Triumph Dragon, this unit gets triple drive. So basically what you want to do is you're going to play 3 copies of this in main deck, 4 copies of Triumph Dragon, and then 4 copy of Triumph Dragon's support card. And then something that countercharges. Then it says, at the end of the battle, this unit attacked. Choose one of your Roaring Thunder Dragon, Triumph Dragon on Rearguard Circle, and pay the cost of saying, I said stand up. Once you pay that cost, you can stand that unit and it gets 10k power to the end of the turn. So that is specifically the cost you have to play. Yep, I knew you guys were gonna bring. I knew you were gonna bring up Buddy Fight, but yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna play out, but yeah. If there was ever a reason to assume we weren't gonna get these cards, this might be one of them. Unless we need to be reminded of the whole Yu-Gi-Oh friendship fiasco that Yu-Gi-Oh did. But yeah. That said, yeah, hopefully sign language counts, and this isn't a huge accessibility monster, but Grandpa's a Vanguard playing Vanguard with his rearguard as a Vanguard. That it is indeed what it is, yeah. I'm actually kind of interested to playing this because the fact that they get Intercept is really cool. So you can play like the grade 1s that search out the grade 3 and Triumph Dragon and stuff like that, right? And now you have a reason to have extra copies. They get Intercept and 5k shield, so they're not dead cards, right? You get triple drive and you get 4 attacks, and one of your rear guards gets a crit. So seems decent enough to like put something together. No, tacos hurt me much. Tacos hurt me much anymore. Tacos hurt me much anyone. What? Thailander, pretty cool, basically. Judge is gonna have a field day with the judge. I can't hear what this introvert just said. Yeah, unfortunately. We'll see. Cost of the card. You have to yell tacos hurt me much. Ugh. Every day I get reminded that Buddy Fight is a thing, unfortunately. But yeah, as a reminder, this is gonna be a new nation. They have their own deck. And it's gonna have some sort of box product as well. It's kind of confusing the way this is worded, and we'll find out more of this in the future. And we have one more card that was also revealed alongside of this. I guess that was in the manga. That is essentially the Shenri for Dark States. The fact that reminder text tells you not to disturb others when you pay the cost kills me. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they put it there, but yeah. Why a bad thing? Just kind of sad to be real. Which part? Oh, the Buddy Fight thing? I just don't know what Buddy Fight is, and everyone just likes bringing it up constantly, and it drives me crazy because I have no idea what the fuck anyone's talking about, and they just go off about Buddy Fight whenever Vanguard does anything. I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. But Grandpa best card. Grandpa's pretty good, I think. It was Rush Duels before Rush Duel. I literally don't know what that means. I don't understand what that means in what context. But We got here flashing opening of hearts Firea here, whose effect we don't actually know. We're just going off the translation here, but stupid ass Akina's hand and fingers are covering the rest of the card. We just know that it says that when this unit boosts, if your opponent's something. Probably if your opponent, I'm afraid that it's going to say if your opponent is greater or greater, or you played an order this turn. Something. Probably this unit gets 5k, maybe like not draw one, soul charge one. I don't know. Yeah, maybe like soul charge one or put a card from drop into soul, get 5k, and at the end of the battle, put this into soul, probably draw one. Yeah, it's Akina. I'm pretty sure that's Akina there. He's hanging out with the Skyridge dude. I don't know why Akina has this, because it's Dark States. Maybe that's not Akina, but I'm pretty sure that's Akina. Yeah, I don't know if it's dog. It's more like Shinri, because it doesn't... I mean, we don't know the effects, so maybe it is dog. I don't know. But I'm hoping this is really good in Barrow Magus specifically, which is kind of like a monkey's paw, because, like, who the fuck knows when we're going to get this card? So I'm probably not going to be able to get it till after BCS, probably, right? Considering when this is releasing, but we'll see what the effect does when it's revealed. She's indeed very pretty. Yeah. But I would... hoping, praying that she's playable in Barrow Magus and she's really good. And I can use her. Especially if she's like Shinri, because if we get a Shinri, we can use this every turn, draw cards, and then the ride line lets us call it out. So we can do it again, get an extra card, and it goes to soul. Like, that would honestly fix Barrow. Like, Barrow would be so good if we just got Shinri. If like it says something like, if she like puts a card from drop or like soul charges 1 and gets 5k, and then goes to soul herself and draws a card, and I can use this like turn 1, Barrow's best deck easily, like no questions. Barrow's best deck. Cheating on show with some random dude. I mean, it's like a random toddler, so I don't know about that. Make Akina Fly in season 3. Damn, imagine. And to be choice restricted with Harry, yeah, that's fine. As long as I get to play it, that's the good thing. Right? I love the choice restriction system in Vanguard. I should like do a video on it when I'm just ranting about it, because of the fact that you can choice restrict it with a deck and not affect the deck I play, right? Like, oh, thank God, right? It's not like, oh, my archetype managed to get a good card that's playable in another archetype. Well, now it's limited to 1, even though it's okay in the actual deck, but because it was broken in this other deck, fuck you. You still can't play 1. I don't understand why Yu-Gi-Oh! Hasn't adopted the choice restriction system yet, but God bless Bushiroad for doing that. But I can order Jetpack or stop Sibboleth. I mean, I don't know if Sibboleth is making it until next season, especially considering what Sibboleth is now, right? But the Artery 6, I think they just added the card on. Just added the card on it for the promotion's sake. You mean which art? The one of these two or this art? The reason I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah. Like, I can't think of specific examples, but I'm sure there's plenty of it. And yeah, it's just silly. Well, either way. The art of Akina 0? Okay, I figured as much. But yeah, that's all we got today. I have a little bit more time. I also am not working tomorrow, but I might end up. I don't think I'll be streaming all night, right? But I might end up. Maybe we can test a little bit. See if it has the bloom thingies, right? Maybe we can look at that if they have it. If not, then I'll probably cry. Zero's the Skyridge guy. Yeah. So I actually, speaking of Skyridge, I want to. Have you ever guys? I don't know if you guys have ever seen those videos. Probably not. But have you ever seen those videos where it's like someone summarizes like the entire chapter of like, or an entire arc, or like an entire volume or whatever of a manga, right? And they just show the manga panels and just kind of tell you what's going on. I want to try and do that for Skyridge for like the first volume, because I think the first volume is out. They're in the middle of like the second one, I think. I want to try and do that with the Virginia deck comes out. But I don't know if you guys know the type of video that I'm talking about. Nope, we only have garlic. God damn it, CFA. Tesliella Morta? That sounds like fun. Yes, like comic. Yes, that's another example. I don't know why I couldn't think of comics. Yes, just like that. I'd like to do that for for Sky Ridge, so people know what the Virginia deck comes from, but then also eventually do it for Youthquake. Hopefully tying it in with whenever like the set 6 reveals or the set 6 set comes out. So for whatever Youthquake deck they have that comes out in that set. But yeah, that sucks. I really want to test those things out in Granfia. Oh well. Do I have Liella Morta? Because I maybe have time for like a few test hands before I go have like dinner or something like that. Nope. I tested a lot of set 3 stuff. Not too much set 4, so I'm just looking at all my decks. And that's Lyrical. Do I have a Leo? I do have a Leo. Let's take a look at my Leo list. Wow. This is just a bunch of random shit. But this is like from when it was first revealed. Alright. Let's see. What do we got here? Download BF area and learn the thing that'll totally not be a mess. Buddy fight? I'm good. I'm good. I'm sad I lost a link to the Shadowverse Evolve simulator, but I'll see if I can find that somewhere. Alright, so we have this girl that can stand whenever something is called in front of her, essentially, right? Then we have this girl that I think is really pretty, but you guys say she's kind of ass. And then Sequence Wizard is also grade 2, right? Just place the common grade 2 with Sequence Wizard, common grade 2. This? Diana? And then Sequence Wizard. Does dog do anything in Liel? What does this thing do? I really hate her grade 1. This boost, get 2, and then Soul Blast 1, choose one card with the same name as one of your units from your draw, put it in the bottom of your deck. Yeah, it's kind of whatever. Yeah, because you like want stuff in deck, right? So like adding it to hand is kind of whatever, I think. So like let's just throw in that. I don't think we want this anymore, right? Because there's a whole thing where you can like discard. What is her name? I just took her out. Spiral Cutie, right? Twice or whatever, and like have her effect happen twice. That's why we added her. But it doesn't do much in Leo. If you lose if cutter piles, yeah. And then there's you. Same card name as this unit. She gets 5 king. Friends has the same card name as this unit. And if your grade 2 or greater Vanguard Leo on his card name is placed, Energy Blast 3, bind, draw 1. Right. I guess I don't really need this anymore. And how do I have so many grade 1s? Huh. Sequence Wizard is kind of last one, right? So maybe we only do one of those. But like, what am I even putting in? Why do I have so many grade 1s? How do I have so much space for everything? What's wrong with this list? What is wrong with this list? How did I... What do I need? 53 cards? I mean, yeah, but like I can just do, I don't know, this. And I just feel like I have too many cards and like I'm missing, like I have PGs, I have triggers, I don't have space for everything. Can't play that. What is this? Oh, that's a stupid cycler. Can't play that. I don't discard, right? Well, you do discard with this, but that's not your opponent's turn. I probably don't need cat. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but then I don't know what to put in for it. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Alright, I'll do that later. I also haven't played Area in like a year. At least a year, so for all I know, it's supposed to look like that. Maybe. I don't know. Like even if I take out cat, like what am I putting in, right? Do I need soul? This soul charges. This uses soul. I can use that one girl. Probably don't need the grade 2 anymore. Grade 2 fairy. She's 10k. But she's a 10k beater, but I guess. The new grade Dolaire is already used. Might as well. Biscotti. Oh, okay, that's probably it. Yeah, so I can take this out. I don't have a cycler. That's what I don't have. Okay, yeah, I can just do that. Right, I was gonna do Spyro Cutie. Right, that's what I was using Spyro Cutie as a disc. I forgot she actually has an effect, right? Okay, so I don't need this. And I just need, there we go, full copies of the things I'll actually call out. This guy's kind of whatever. Maybe a third Sagesse, just to make sure we can call him out, I guess. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Salvatore? Is that the Dragon Knight just gets 10k? I guess let's put everything back. X. What would I've got? Okay, so keeping PG is fine. This says discard, and this puts 3, right? Oh no, any number on the bottom of your deck. Okay, so whatever I discard, I can put back. All right, draw. Guess we'll keep these 2. I don't need an extra copy of this. Right into this. This is when it gets rode over. So pass turn, take 1. Yikes, would have liked that in hand. Ride, draw. I guess this, maybe. No, I probably shouldn't. I probably should just discard that. I only need 1 of these, right? Yeah. So then this says Soul Blast 1, draw 2, discard a normal unit and discard it. Or choose a normal unit and discard it. I guess discard because I really don't like her. Then we can play this here. Right. Go to battle. Swing, swing, check. Pass turn. Sagesse, maybe guard. Draw here. Eesh, don't want to put that back. Discard this. Right into Liel. This says choose any number of no units and draw. Put them on the bottom of your deck in any order. And if I put 3, draw a card. So let's put back 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. And draw 1. Hand is full combo, basically, yeah. And then this says, since I rode Liel, we bind her. Energy Blast 3, draw a gun. Whoops. That goes back on top. Right. So this is what? When they're in the same column as this is bound by the abilities. Okay, so I can play this. Then this, yeah, only missing Persona, right? I can play Sequence. Does this add it to my hand? No, it calls it. I mean, I guess I can use it now. You can just place during main phase if I have Liao. Counterblast 1. Like a top 5. Call something. Wow, that's ass. I could technically go again with him, but I don't want to do that. Yeesh. Choose up to 1. Ugh. Could have at least refunded me if I chose none. No? But I guess I'll call. Doesn't have to be the open rear checker, right? Yeah, I guess I'll call itself over itself just for the sake of deck thinning. And just keep the other one in hand. Pretend it was first. Yeah, alright, I guess I could do that. Well, do I want this in hand? I guess. I feel like I just want them all in deck, right? Yeah, presumably I would call that first. Cause like I don't know if I want that in hand, right? I return it to deck. No, I bind it. I bind it, right? Yeah, I bind this, call another one. So I don't really want it to hand. Unless I use something to return it to hand, but yeah. And that's it, essentially. What's up? And this is placed. If your unit was placed by the ability of your Vanguard with Divine Skill this turn, at the end of the battle, this unit boosts to retire 1 and get counter turn. He's gone. Oh, that's how to return it. Okay. What does that? How is that again? Soul Blast 1. Choose 1 card with the same card name as me for my drop. So I'd have to discard it or guard with it somehow. Then I can put it back. But let's put this, I guess, here. Because this wizard doesn't have any power, right? So it doesn't get the effect yet. So we'll go to battle. Swing here. Nothing gets power. Then swing here. CB1. Bind this. Call this. Shuffle. Right. Nothing gets power. This gets power from its own skill. Then since it was bound, I Soul Blast 1 draw. My Vanguard gets 5k. Alright. And then this stands since something was played in the same column. Then since something was played, this gets 5k and I can retire to countercharge at the end of the turn. So first check, front trigger, nice. Second check, critical trigger, okay, bet. I guess power here, crit here because it's the bigger one. I can go here 38 and go here 43, retire, countercharge, pass turn. Still don't have Persona Ride, which sucks. So maybe take the first one, maybe guard here. Draw 1. Guard the next attack with this. Guard with maybe this and this. Gonna soul charge in 5k. Yeah, but I don't know if I wanna. I don't know if I'd ever want to soul charge, but probably have to just get used to that. Fortunately, no Liel here. I can go double Sejas if I wanted to, but I'd probably just end up calling this, right? And have just a vanilla turn here, where it's just this, this CV1. Well, this technically has 10k, right? Because it already has 1 in bind, and bind this. I guess you do need to grade 1. Really don't like that card, but it is what it is, I guess. Call this out. Soul Blast 1, resand, draw. 5k. Does she only ride from drop? Same kind of energy from drop. Why is it only from drop, bro? That shit's ass. Why can't I just ride it from fucking hand right now? That is so stupid. Like, why does it only have to be from drop? Why would they do that? That is so dumb. Oh man. When is this soul charge? When something is bound, I can soul charge one. So like I would have soul charged this, essentially. Gone 5k and check the check the over trigger. Alright. But yeah, the fact that that's kind of ass. Not gonna lie, that's kind of ass. Yeah, that's kind of ass. Yeah, soul charge Leo, you would have had it in Soul Blast third turn. Oh, if I had sequenced it that way, but I mean, yeah, how would I have known? I guess, but yeah. All right, hold on. My dog. Well, all right. Give me 5 minutes, Sebastian. give me 5 minutes. We're almost done. All right, I guess that makes sense. I guess I can see why this is kind of ass. I guess the list probably would be like this. Maybe get rid of this and play like 4 Sejas or something like that, or like something like that. I don't know. But that does suck a lot of ass, not gonna lie. Maybe that. I don't know. I don't think you need that many of that. So this. I don't think you need that many of that, but I guess whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not seeing Persona really hurts. Yeah. Like, I guess you can play Cup, but yeah, the fact that you can't get access to this. Yeah, I was thinking maybe because I don't need 4 of this, right? So you can maybe play Cup. Here. I guess you can play Cup. Alright, yeah, Caliburn might actually be better, actually. I could use the counter charge. Draw 2 is pretty good too, yeah. Right. I like the grade 2 girl. I'd probably play her. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck Sejas. He can eat a bag of dicks. He can eat all the dicks in the world. He can gobble them up. Call himself the fucking dick gobbler. I'm gonna play the cute girl. She's cute. And I don't care. I don't care. Just for no reason. Yep, he can go eat his own ass. I don't need that many copies of this. Yeah, that's fine. Could I even run Sejas? Not specifically, no, just sometimes. Yeah, no, not even Rezael. I just show specifically that plays in the Rezael. Don't need this, need these two. I can guess I can PG, but put it back. Draw 2. Let's say I go second this time. Draw. I guess discard. Ride, draw, crest. We can aggro, swing. Pass turn, take over trigger, draw 1, draw. We can discard Idris, put that back. Skill here, Soul Blast 1, draw 2. Okay, don't need 2 of those. Pull this back, play this here. Swing, pass turn, get mollywopped so we can get some counter blasts over here. Nice. Right. I'll say we guard the last one maybe, and maybe one more. Then draw here. I already have one of these, and this is gonna get bounced, so that's fine. So discard. Right. Just glued to my hand, yeah, essentially. I guess SocialMedia can use it, yeah, so. Energy Blast, draw. Finally get her dumbass. We're gonna play this in the bottom. I guess we can put this in the bottom. Yeah, I guess we'll put dog on the bottom. To draw 1, okay, great. That's nice. We'll play sequence here, counterblast 1. Look at top 5. Bingo. Gaming. Literally the only callable card. Literally the only callable card from that. call that. Let's call this here, I guess. Go to battle. Swing 18. Swing this CB1. Bind this. And then call this. Sucks. I really like the art for this deck. Why not use Caliburn right away? Alright. I don't know. Use it like to draw? I guess I could have. I don't know. Let's say I Soul Charge 1 and get 5k. Cool. Soul Blast 1. Draw. This gets plus 10. Great. Restand. This gets plus 5. First check. Second check. Heal trigger. Power here, I guess. Swing. Countercharge. Swing. Pass turn. Eat a bunch of dicks real quick. Guard. Guard. And guard. Here. Persona Ride. Draw. Caliburn here. Draw 2. We can play this here. I don't see a point in calling another wizard, so we'll call Idris. He'll get plus 10. We'll go to battle. Swing 38. Swing here. Do I have one in deck? Nope. She's not. Do I have one in deck? I might not have any. Sequence to try to dig for her, I guess. I would not have seen her, if that helps. I guess I could have sequenced again, and then God knows, but... Yeah, I don't have another Idris, huh? Because I have two... I have one in bind, one in hand, and one in drop, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, if I had her, yeah, so I guess I have to play her at 4. I could have swore 3 would be enough, but I just need to see one of her. But, like, good God. That's ridiculous. Soul Blast is just one card. Choose one card. Okay. So yeah, we'll put that back. Then I'll counter blast. Bind this to call this. This restands. This gets plus 10. I don't know. Soul Charge for the heck of it. Sure. Soul Blast. Draw. 5k. This binds itself. Well, not yet. Right. Sorry. That's after the divine skill. So first check, second check, crit. Crit power here, let's say. And then swing here. And... well, no, maybe not. Like, I guess I could swing here. Oh, no, it has to... this is the end of battle, right? Yeah. So now I ride again. And it gets drive -1. So then what I would have to do, now this gets bound. Draw. Yeah, that sequence has to be the one. So I can take off the crit, keep him the power though. So swing in here, and then swing here, CB1, bind sequence, call sequence. And then one drive, check, great, love it. Swing, and then swing. That's it. And then I can Liel, but it doesn't fucking matter because I can't use her skill again, so I would just waste a Persona ride, but it is a PG. I have okay shield in hand, right? Let's say I use this at some point. Yeah, so I have a pretty good shield in hand, right? So seems like the new support helps it, but yeah, it's still basically what everyone else has told me is that they're nice cards. It doesn't fix any of her issues. Whoops. Which sucks because I really like Idris and I really like this girl. Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't really have that big of a turn because I did what? I did 38. Whatever the Vanguard was. I don't think I just checked the crit, right? So assuming they PG that. Then I did 35. So that's 2 cards. So this is 2 cards, 2 cards, 2 cards. That's 6. This is 1. That's 7. And then this was 2. So that was 9. Assuming they're at 5, that was maybe 9 cards from hand. Assuming, and then there's another Vanguard swing. So yeah, so that's maybe 10 cards. Assuming they're at 5 and they don't hit like defensives, obviously that would be like 10 cards, but yeah. So yeah, but then I can't do anything after that, so because I can't replicate that again. But yeah, this thing is really good. This thing is really good. I might even just like, I don't even know, like I'm maybe get rid of Sejas, play 4 of these 2, right? I'm thinking maybe something like that. Super simple.
And you can have this as a backup call target if you need to.
I'll just play it because I think she's really pretty. Yeah. I guess you can play. You probably have a benefit of playing Spyro Cutie instead of Biscotti because Spyro Cutie goes back to the deck. So worst case scenario, you can call out Spyro Cutie and use her effect if you need to. And she still has that funny interaction where you can discard her and use her skill again. Salvatore, yeah, but it's a grade 3 and it's a dragon. It's not a pretty girl. But that's probably the better option. Yeah, this deck doesn't really do much with Doggo because you don't really want to draw into your pieces or your triggers, I guess, technically, right? So, yeah. Spyro does cost us, yeah, but I think that's fine. It's only on Ride, right? And you don't use Soul for anything except for this fella, alright? And you have a Soul Charge, so I don't know, I think it might be okay. But Biscotti's probably fine. Or you can do something else with that spot, I guess, because Biscotti's kind of whatever. Because to get the benefit from the... Well, maybe not. Maybe Biscotti's not really whatever. Because you can return to Biscotti with this. So I guess it's not whatever. Biscotti's just as good, I guess. Because you can discard her for Ride and then just put her back with this. And Biscotti will be in deck if you need to call her. And she still has her skill, which mid-battle... can activate if you want to, so. And you can use Energy Blast if you want, yeah. You're the one to recover from drop? I guess. That's true. This dumbass card. This dumbass fucking card. Let me check something. I know I have Leo SR because I managed to pull one and then I bought the rest before people like got the support and or the support was revealed and they decided to like buy it out. I have Idris SR because I pulled 2 and I bought the remaining 2. I don't think I have any copies of the double rare at all. I have, let's see, I have 3 copies. Okay, 4 copies. Okay, see, I'll see if the SR is not garbage or is not garbage, not too expensive for this girl, and maybe I'll buy it, but because I have these FR as well. Yeah. Grade 1 restander, essential booster and stuff. Yeah, I guess that's basically the list, except you can change this for something more useful. Maybe this could be Cup. But yeah, this is probably you play literally anything else in that slot and it would be better off Probably the dragon works, but yeah. Dragon's probably the better target, to be honest. But yeah. We'll see. We'll get that until what? Ugh. That's not until like November, end of November, right? Unfortunate. This is why I don't this is why I don't test decks anymore like this. Or at least future decks, because I was just like, oh great, that was fun. Can't wait to play that in like 5 months. Oh. December 13th, unbelievable, man. BL. BL. There we go. Yeah, that sucks ass. That is a really long time from now. Well, no, maybe not a lot long, but you know what I mean. All right. I think we'll call it here. I'm gonna go see what I can do about dinner. I feel like treating myself. I mean, I haven't done anything. See what happens. Thanks everyone for stopping in. I hope you guys learned about Love&Berry. Like I said, it's a pretty good collab, pretty easy to understand. Very excited to figure it out. Yeah, unfortunately, it is mid-September. Yep, holy crap, it's mid-September. I have so many things planned for this end of year, and I keep seeing the days just fly by, and it's driving me crazy. So I might just end up working on some of that stuff, but we'll see. Tuesday, we'll talk about the Rotovisor and Lascadia cards, and hopefully we can play some Love&Berry and see what happens. Yep, next Tuesday is Lascadia and Rotovisor. What happens in 2024? Whoop. I had a very 2024 that I don't even want to get into, but I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your morning, noon, afternoon, night, evening, supper, whatever, what have you. I know supper's a food, not a time of day. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday. If not, we can chit chat in the Discord. But till then, take care of yourselves and each other. Brush your teeth, drink water, play Vanguard, and have yourselves a damn good one.